All right. I said this morning I hadn't heard any Democrats express with moral clarity outrage about this guy being in the country illegally. And it was pointed out to me that I was wrong and had overlooked. I hadn't heard it, but I should have looked. Richie Torres, who comes on two-way with some regularity, congressman from New York, he did just that today in an interview on what's the guy's name, Noah? Guy with the podcast.
Sam Harris.
Sam Harris.
Sam Harris.
Here's Richie Torres, number 10, Sam, on Sam Harris's podcast, expressing, as he can do, moral outrage.
I feel like there is a recognition that we went too far left on immigration. But, I feel there needs to be a fundamental restructuring within the Democratic Party, a return to a rational center. But, I worry that, Donald Trump is so aggressive that he is provoking a response.
Yeah.
That is, there's a divide between what I would say two teams in the Democratic Party. There's team restraint and team resistance, right? There are those in team resistance who feel like we should react hysterically to everything that Donald Trump says or does. And then there are those who feel like we should pick and choose our battles and be strategic. But I worry that the momentum is on the side of hysterical, hyperbolic resistance, and the enormous expenditure of time and energy and resistance might crowd out the restructuring and moderation that needs to happen within the Democratic Party.
John Fetterman said something similar about the immigration and his party. Amber, do you celebrate Democrats who speak like that?
It's hard to without an accompanying policy change. It's also like how real is it? Or as Adam would say, is it performative? After they said nothing about the Biden administration's policies, didn't vote for HR2, which would have exceptionally strengthened border security. After they've derided Trump as a racist and fascist for wanting to deport illegal immigrants, it's like, are you just saying this now because you got smoked in the last election and you're worried about the midterms? I just want to see something tangible to come along with the rhetoric.
Adam.
Was it Democrats who didn't vote for the border bill?
They did not vote for HR2, which was the Republican introduced bill prior to the so-called bipartisan border bill,
before the
which had a bevy of problems with it. Yeah.
Yeah, the only one that intentionally tanked the border bill seems to have been Trump, the only top-down leader. I don't know if anyone else did. I think that, yes, of course, Democrats need to get their shit together when it comes to immigration. It's been an absolute mess. Biden dropped the ball from day one. I think that Democrats who speak like that are on the right track. I've been paying a little bit of attention to Torres, but I think that, Pete Buttigieg, a lot of people seem to be really waking up and having a more stern message. I think when we don't have a message, it opens up a vacuum for Republicans to essentially take a far right position. And I think Trump has done that. I think his aggressive deportations are, not where we need to be. I think there's a middle ground.
Like what you see? Why don't you subscribe? This is a great opportunity to be part of unique conversations. Just hit the subscribe button. And if you want to watch our events live, go to twoway.tv.